We are getting ready to get into our Agatha versus Agatha friendly battle. This was up on the poll against, I think, guys versus gals, and then
heroes versus villains, I think.
Heroes versus villains. Agatha versus Agatha won out. So we are about to participate in this friendly battle against each other. Evan's going to have Agatha in his deck, which means he'll have it right there. It starts out in your hand, and she plays your cards for you. And guess what? So am I.
So it's all about our deck building.
It is. It really is. You have to take into account what is going to happen with Agatha taking the helm. So
assume the worst.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I expect. You change my deck real quick. Defeated. There it is.
All right. My deck's called All Along. There you are.
Playing Agatha. And here we go. As the battle begins. Turn 1. What's our first location here? Vibranium Mines. All right. Okay, Agatha, I don't know if you know what you're doing. Okay, wow. She didn't play anything? You didn't have anything to play?
No. Well, apparently I didn't have anything Agatha wanted to play. Let's put it that way.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you what's in my deck.
I've never seen her not play a card. Okay. All right, then. Turn 2 coming up here. Kunlun, however you want to say it, is out there. All right. And Titania has flipped over. We both are playing Luke Cage on the 3rd spot.
But my Luke Cage is cooler than your Luke Cage.
Yes. That's
the Dan Hip variant. On the 3rd location is revealed to be the Bifrost.
All of our cards are on the last location right now. Thank you, Agatha.
All right. I've ended my turn. M'Baku. And hey, look at this. Oh, man. Sif.
Okay,
that's going to discard the highest cost card in my hand.
Now
which
I'm upset.
happens to be Agatha.
Now I'm upset because now I have no control while you do for the next what?
Oh, the rest of this game.
So it'd be 3 turns?
Yeah,
Four. Jeez.
Oh man.
I have a feeling I know what's happening. Here comes Thor. All right. So okay, I expected Baku. All right. Score update. Oh, just give him 2 cards. Go ahead and give him 2 cards.
And now the Bifrost has moved everybody over, so I've got Florin and M'Baku on Kunlun, and you've got Maximus, and they each got +2 for arriving there, so I'm winning 10-9 there. And then on the Bifrost, I have the Dan Hip variant Luke Cage, your Titania, and Lady Sif for an 11-4 lead over your Luke Cage and M'Baku.
This ought to be fun.
And a chunk in the Vibranium. Oh, no. What have I done? And now I've got old Agatha back. Well, I bet I know what my last play is going to be. Oh, man.
So, okay, let me explain what happened on turn 5. So Agatha lays down Doctor Strange, all right? And I'm like, okay, that's pretty decent. He's going to pull over Maximus. But then lays out Lizard. Doctor Strange isn't pulling Maximus over, nor is Titania going to be able to come back over to my side because she filled up all 4 slots on the Bifrost.
But, Jesse, I'm going to tell you, you don't have anything to worry about because the Agatha that White Queen copied from you played herself on one where I was winning instead of taking the obvious win on the Bifrost.
Well, nope, you got this, because that's where Agatha v. Agatha on Kunlun.
So there we go. I thought about what my cards would do, but didn't think about, oh, man. Well,
White Queen. You're not gonna be playing White Queen anytime soon for the rest of this battle.
If I'm in control.
Oh, that's true. She might play White. And what would happen if you got 2 Agathas?
Oh, man, I don't know.
That is going to be interesting. Oh, okay. Central Park.
Location 1, Central Park. Oh, you know what? I was so gloating about my Sif gambit working that I didn't bother to snap. Probably should have. Maybe the only time I'm in control. But we started the next game with Central Park giving us a squirrel at each location. And there's Titania.
Yep, Titania is back. Ooh, Elysium now. Agatha could go crazy.
And you'll probably get a turn, because usually if Agatha gets a chance to play herself, she never misses it. So you might actually get to play your last card.
That's true. I might be able to play. All right.
Okay, that's a lot of cards Agatha played for you.
Yep.
Oh, hey, and there Titania comes over to my side, and thanks to Ebony Maw, you won't be bringing her back.
So she comes back, but
darn! But then she's going to come back again.
Yeah, daggone it!
Because I got Sunspot and Thor and a squirrel, and now Titania in a 10-8 lead on the unrevealed third location.
And Mojo World for the
which is Mojo
location.
World. In Agatha's defense, she probably didn't know that.
Oh man!
Oh, And we're on turn 3, and I only have 3 spots left, thanks to Elysium and Agatha and Central Park. So as I hit in turn, at Central Park, you're full up with Maximus, Luke Cage, the Lizard, and a Squirrel. And I've got a Squirrel and Bishop, so you're leading 15-2. In the middle, at Elysium, you've got M'Baku and a Squirrel. I've got M'Baku and a Squirrel and a Koye. And then at Mojo World, I've got a 110-8 lead, thanks to a Squirrel, Thor, Sunspot, and your generous donation of Titania.
Will never, that'll just never change. It's all right, Agatha. Don't do me wrong here. Oh, for crying out loud.
This will be my last play.
Oh, well, and now you're going to have.
Now I've got 2 Agathas.
You've got 2 Agathas.
So the question will be which Agatha takes the only slot I have left.
And there's Green Goblin. Thank you for putting Green Goblin down on a lane that has 0 spots for him to fly over to. Oh, for crying out loud.
And now one of the Agathas has played herself in Central Park and filled up all my locations. It's the Catherine Hahn incarnation of Agatha.
Oh, okay. All right.
Once that's revealed, you've got one more slot. No, you'll probably have Agatha on Elysium, and this will be the end of the game, except I'll get 6 more points on Sunspot on Mojo World. Because I bet you're Agatha. Oh, you retreated.
I'm not losing, too. You're going to play Agatha there.
And I didn't snap. Why didn't I snap? The game's called Marvel Snap, and half the time I'm like, oh, yeah, I could have done that.
You would have laid out Agatha on that last slot, had 21, and beat me. Daggone it. I'm starting to think I should have taken Ebony Maw out of here because I specifically put Ebony Maw in here because of the Dark Dimension. And now it's going to really bite me in the rear end.
I find that when I place Ebony Maw in a deck, it usually doesn't go the way I thought it was going to. I did use him a lot with Dark Dimension, though. Okay, so new game. We've got the Baxter building revealed. So then Agatha played Yondu on the 3rd unrevealed location, which seems to be where she likes to play, and played Ebony Maw for you.
Takes out my Captain Marvel. So, oh boy. Okay, let's see what Agatha does here. Oh, thanks.
Camp Lehigh gives us each a 3-cost card. And then Agatha plays Luke Cage for me on Camp Lehigh and M'Baku for you on the Baxter building.
Okay, all right. Hopefully she just sticks them all over on those 2 lanes.
Look what's the 3rd location.
Mojo World again.
So all she has to do is play any card there, and I'm going to win, because whoever has the more cards gets plus 100 power.
Oh, she might actually be thinking over here on this end. Watch this. Polaris comes out. Yoink.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, still a tough sell.
Well, but just because there's an easy path to victory doesn't mean Agatha will take it. But maybe I won't have to worry about that.
All right, next turn, this could shake the game up, especially for me. There goes Lizard. Okay, Sabretooth.
Yeah, but look who showed up.
Oh, come on.
Okay, so now I get to play cards on Mojo World. Well, the Green Goblin comes over to keep Luke Cage company at Camp Lehigh.
Finally.
You got Luke Cage at the Baxter building, and you're leading 12-10. Oh, if only I had a way to boost Thor's power by 6. And I did with Mjolnir, which also gives me 2 cards along with Captain Marvel on Mojo World and an extra 100 points.
Captain Marvel would have been very helpful.
Oh, yeah, because she probably could have gotten over to Mojo World.
Right.
I didn't snap in time. Daggone it.
This is not going my way at all. At all. Stupid Ebony Maw killing me on freaking Mojo World twice in a row here. I mean...
You didn't have the Watcher, though, right? So she couldn't have known it was Mojo World.
Oh, right. Sure. Boy, does she love Titania.
Yeah. Ongoing effects disabled on the Isle of Silence. I bet I can guess where Luke Cage is getting played for one or both of us.
All right. Tinkerer's Workshop coming up, giving us an extra energy this next turn. So we got a total of 3 energy. Let's see what Agatha does here.
Now,
there you go.
I was hoping for did not get drawn.
There we go. That's a smart play, Agatha. I agree.
Oh.
All right.
So the Green Goblin comes over to my side on the Isle of Silence, and Yondu fires an arrow. He takes out Captain Marvel again.
No.
And Okoye alongside M'Baku boosting up my deck so that wherever Agatha plays cards, they'll have 1 more point.
Davalier shows up here, gives our 3rd location +5 to any card that's laying there.
So that boosts your Titania up to a 10. I'm going to have a 10 on there pretty soon. Hey, what'd I tell you? Luke Cage on the Isle of Silence, M'Baku for you in Tinkerer's Workshop, and Thor for me on Nidavellir. So.
Oh, and there goes Titania. She flips flops all the time.
So you're winning 2 to -1 on the Isle of Silence. I'm up 4-2 on the Tinker's Workshop, and a nice 20 to nothing. Sure to change soon on Nidavellir.
Tell you, we leave a lot of energy. I'm leaving a lot of energy on the table here.
Well, yeah, Agatha played Luke Cage on Nidavellir for me instead of White Queen and bringing over another Agatha. Okay, so you're winning 2 locations now, with Lizard on the Tinkerer's Workshop and Titania jumping back after Luke Cage was added to Nidavellir.
Maximus is another... man, I should have taken Maximus out of here, because Maximus was another Dark Dimension addition that I did.
Well, it's not going to make much difference now because we're on the last turn, and now I have not 1 but 2 Agathas, thanks to White Queen. Okay, so with the last turn on the Isle of Silence, you're up 2 to -1. Tinker's Workshop, I'm up 11 to 10, and Nidavellir, I'm up 18 to 10. Ending turn.
Here we go.
And hey, Agatha didn't just play Agatha. I got Agatha on the Isle of Silence and Mjolnir on the Isle of Silence.
Come on. Daggone it. 2 points away from the middle location getting me a win.
And I still didn't snap. I really 4. I really feel like I should have won by now.
You probably could have. Yeah. All right, round 5. Here we go.
I go from boomer snap to no snap.
All right, Lemuria on our first location here. No cards will be revealed this turn.
No cards will be played from me. Didn't have any 1-cost cards in the draw.
Titania's killed me. Maximus has killed me. Like, I should not be doing things to give you cards. That's just what I should not be doing here.
I'm going to go ahead and snap since I've missed so many opportunities, so I'm pretty much guaranteed you're going to win this one.
I hope so. Agatha could
That's okay. I've got some cubes to spare.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Titania on the Orcus Forge, Lizard at Lemuria for you, and Okoye for me.
You better hope she doesn't play a whole lot on the Orcus Forge, or you're going to end up getting a lot of Sentinels that she's going to play.
Yeah. No, I'm actually not too worried about that now.
All right, here comes... We got the sewer system as our third location, which gives every card there -1. Oh,
hey, there's Lady Sif.
For crying out loud.
Agatha has left the building, so I don't have to worry about her giving me any more Sentinels than I feel comfortable with. Okay, so Polaris on Lemuria yoinks Titania over there, but then she comes back to you.
And then she's going to come back to you when you flip over there.
Oh, yeah.
And who's that going to... Oh, there goes Luke Cage. All right. I don't even know why I have Luke Cage in this thing.
Luke Cage should be in every deck, okay?
Oh, my goodness. Look out, ladies and gentlemen. Captain Marvel is showing up to the game. Thank you, Agatha.
Spoiler alert.
Put something over there on Lemuria. I mean, that's really where I would go.
Is it? Is it really?
Yeah, I would go right there, lay a card down. You're a controller of you're master of your own destiny.
That's exactly why I'm not. Let's see. Scorpion on the Orcus Forge, Luke Cage in the sewer system, so I'm no longer losing points there. And hey, Captain Marvel was not taken out by Yondu. Who saw that coming?
All right, now I will tell you this much. If you lay down Hela on this turn, I'm going to be really mad.
Oh, no, I didn't think about putting Hela. No, I'll tell you now. I didn't put any other 6-cost cards in my deck because I wanted to make sure that if Sif got out there, she took out Agatha.
Oh, smart. It's the highest. It's a highest cost or highest power?
Highest cost.
Okay.
So
smart.
If Sif gets drawn, Agatha goes.
You got Captain Marvel.
Yeah, with a +1. And then there's Mjolnir in the sewer with Thor. Oh, Agatha. Let's see. Can you? Oh.
Nope.
She almost could have, but I would have won on the. Hey, there's M'Baku. A futile gesture, but an excellent punctuation nonetheless.
What a ridiculous game. I will give it to you, sir. You absolutely figured out how to game Agatha.
You remember how I said right when I shared the Google document with you, hey, don't read my Agatha notes?
Right.
My last note was add Sif to the deck.
Congratulations, Evan Bevins. You have won. You didn't even lose a game there. Wear that crown with authority, sir.
I owe it all to the Lady Sif. I can kind of see what Red Norval saw in her all those years ago.
Do you think there's any Lady Sif Agatha crossovers out there?
I don't know, but there should be
team ups.
Just maybe in Coven of Chaos, Agatha will be on the verge of winning, and then Jamie Alexander will just show up and stab her.
Oh, perfect! Didn't see that coming. All right. Well, hey, that was fun. Well, now it's time to get into our discussion on Spider-Verses, which dropped Monday, June 5th. We're recording this on June 14th. We're a little late. That's all right. because it kind of gave us, I don't know, a little bit of experience for this recent season that's dropped, and we'll talk a little bit about that. The first thing that a lot of people were talking about with this new season was the move meta. The move meta is strong. Now, this season is very, very move based. When you look at just about every card that's going to be releasing, it has some type of movability to it. The only one that really doesn't is going to be Spider Ham. Be ready, because you're going to be seeing a lot of bouncing around out there on your lanes. Instantly, when I think move, I think of a way to counter moving. That's usually with Kingpin. If you throw Kingpin out there and have him guard a lane, then most likely Heimdall's not going to be down there, going to be laid down to give you a hard time, usually. I did put in here, Miles Morales will be a staple in most decks that you run into. So that's probably what we're going to see. But let's go ahead. We'll jump into the cards. The first card that will be revealed and has been revealed is the premiere card that comes with the season, and that's Ghost Spider. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Ghost Spider, Spider-Gwen?
Yes. Since she's one of the few remaining characters that has a secret identity, she can't go around calling herself Spider-Gwen. Be a little problematic. So sometimes she's Spider-Woman, but when she's hanging out with Jessica Drew, that's not going to on the 616. That's not going to work. Yeah. So they went with Ghost Spider.
Okay. Ghost Spider, 2/3 on reveal. The last card you played moves here. So again, I put in the move meta is in full swing, pun intended. I do like Dagger with Ghost Spider.
Yeah, I've been seeing her yoinking cards across locations. Vulture's one you don't want to see her bring along. And I think I've seen people use her with Torch as well. Same. Yeah, definitely would be a cool card to get. And I should note that was number 5 on my list of top unsnapped characters.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I have seen her a few times. Usually with move decks or move cards. So it is cool that they're kind of leaning into that, because I mean, I don't know how much. I don't know if it was always intended that like move and discard and destroy would be big parts of it, or if it was just it kind of was built around that as more people played. But it's cool to see them, like leaning into the game. The developers, as they should clearly know what they're doing, and it's not just us going, hey, this is kind of cool. And all thematically linked characters too, as I may have mentioned once or twice, is not always the strong suit of Snap.
So we got next up on the list is Spider-Man 2099. Spider-Man 2099 at 4/6. The first time this moves to a location, destroy an enemy card there. This feels deadly to me. If you can wait until the very end and move him, I mean, you're going to impact the game. Just imagine having him, you got him down there 4/6 of all things. That's a big card. So
good one for Doctor Strange to teleport.
Oh, absolutely. You bring him over and you can watch him destroy. Now, granted, it's going to be a random card, but it can make an impact.
Oh, definitely.
It really can. We both mentioned Kraven. You mentioned Kraven on Ghost Spider as well. If you can move somebody, these characters over to where Kraven's at, that's going to pump Kraven up a good bit.
I was playing a game earlier today, and forget if I had a little extra help with it, but I got Kraven up to like a 20.
Holy cow.
With a move deck.
Wow. Well,
I think the opponent was moving some too.
Any other thoughts on Spider-Man 2099?
Cloak's another good one to play him with.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember me telling you about my Cloak Kingpin combo that I had going?
Vaguely.
Okay. So the trick is to get Kingpin out there, and then your next turn, doesn't have to be next turn, a subsequent turn at some point, after you get Kingpin out there, lay Cloak down. Different lane. And if you move Kingpin there and they end up moving cards where Cloak's at, Kingpin will kill them if it's turn 6. So, he might be, another advantage to having Cloak and Kingpin in the move meta for sure out there in a move deck. So,
that's all nice right. To have a way to destroy multiple cards without just relying on Gambit.
Agreed. Well, next card on the list, I imagine, has got to be one that you wouldn't mind having in your deck, and I'm the same way.
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Ham, 1/1, but on reveal, he transforms the highest card in your opponent's hand into a pig, keeping its power and cost. So, if you got Galactus, and somebody lays down a Spider Ham, your Galactus is now a pig. And I really, really, really hope that they actually animate the card changing into a pig. I would love that. I doubt it will happen, but I would love it. Although they have to show it somehow. I don't know how. It's probably just a standard like pig, like you got a rock now. Nope, now you got a pig.
It's probably not a unique pig for each character.
Dang it! Oh boy, wouldn't that be great?
But or imagine one of those decks that counts on laying down null.
Oh wow, it's done. I mean, it's a 0, right? Because he's just that's
going to mess up a lot of those decks because you know who else is in. You often have the unholy trio of Galactus, Null, and Death.
Yeah.
And you play. I'm pretty sure you play Spider Ham on Death. She ain't coming out of your hand.
No, she wouldn't.
The text on the card is what lowers her cost. So unless you can somehow get up to eight energy or have a location pull her out automatically, she's staying put.
That Galactus deck is done. I haven't seen too much now, but I mean, it is the answer.
Those cards have to be in your hand. Now, if you're Sinister London or
oh my goodness,
the Cloning Vats, or even on a really lucky day for you, bad for someone else, Bar Sinister. The one card it would backfire on, there's 2 cards it would backfire on, though. Actually, 3, or probably more. I keep adding to it. It would. I sound like LeBron and Dwayne Wade when they went to Miami. Not 1, not 2. That's for our cross section of Snap and NBA fans. It would stink to play Spider Ham while your opponent's holding the Infinite.
Oh.
Or the Destroyer, or our good friend Agatha.
Right. Oh wow.
Giganto would be a bad one too.
Yeah.
So it could backfire on you. Either way, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
I mean, if I have to lose, I can think of worse ways to lose than to a giant pig.
I'm working my way to 6,000, and as silly as Spider Ham is, I mean, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to drop the 6,000 on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm saving up on that. It's either him or Spider-Man 2099.
So there's Spider Ham. Let's talk about Silk, which I think as of today, she's out there. You can
I've seen her a couple times.
Right. Silk is a 2/5, cost 2 to bring her out. After any card is played there, she moves to another location.
Like Titania, but she stays on your side.
That would be fun to watch because that could be an M'Baku that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
A 5 M'Baku that's going to, somebody lays against her and she pops over to where she could win a game. That's great.
Or you get excited and think you're going to win a game and knock her off to another location.
Yeah, and then there she goes.
Spoken like somebody who has failed to control Titania at times.
Right. Getting all these cards in a deck that have move abilities, they're going to synergize. They are going to play off of each other. They're going to do things differently. They're going to react to each other in some cases, especially like I have down here. Silk would be good with Craven. Craven's sitting there and she bounces over to Craven and boom, he's up another 2.
Well, you also have to figure that if you're thinking that other people are thinking that, and if they've got a Craven out there, she could help him too.
That's true. And then we have our locations. And recently, as of this week, Aunt May's finally showed up. We only have 2 locations this go around, which I think, like I said before, I think they're finally realizing that they don't want to overwhelm the players with new locations every week. So I think they did 2 last month and they're doing 2 this month, I believe.
Yep. If they don't slow it down, pretty soon we're going to get like Willie Lumpkin's apartment. Actually, I kind of like to see that one, but
it wouldn't be too bad. So Aunt May's, the first card you play here gets +3 power and moves. So what do you see in here, Evan? It's been out there since last night.
I'm seeing myself play the Human Torch on there a lot.
A lot. Because
I think the first time I used it, I played the Torch on turn 1, and then Aunt May's popped up, and I'm like, I should have held on to him.
Mm-hmm.
Dagger's another good one. Although you want there to be a few cards out there when you play Dagger.
Mm-hmm.
I know I played her on turn 2, and my opponent hadn't put anything out either turn, so she just went up to a 5. But
our final location, and I really can't wait to watch this. This is going to be a fun location. The Great Web After each turn, move one card to the web for a random player. So now the word random, I know what random means in this game because, it doesn't just mean you and then me and then you and then me. It could just be me, 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 which could be advantageous if you've got a move deck.
We could have some danger room type shenanigans here.
Man. Yeah, exactly. You don't know if it's going to happen. You don't know when it's going to happen and who it's going to happen to. Well, you know when it's going to happen. It's going to have to happen after each turn. The chaos this is going to be so fun to watch. Get your move cards ready. Oh, man, I don't know what you'd want to do in this case for a strategy here because the web's going to fill up pretty quickly, too, if you're laying cards down each time. Go ahead. What was you going to say?
Well, if your opponent plays Kingpin, that might be a good time to deploy armor.
Agreed.
So she might be worth it to keep in there. The other thing, and I can't tell if this is unfortunate or very clever, but the character that this is going to render almost useless just on this one location and just for one turn is Spider-Man.
Oh, true. That's very true.
So, and I can't say if that's, like, hey, it's the Great Web, come on, or if it's, because the Inheritors, who are like the apex predators of spiders in Marvel, or spider people, they're pretty brutal, so it would make sense that Spider-Man would be a little overwhelmed.
Yeah, you're talking some Spider-Verse stuff there, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Hey, covered that right here on the Source Material Comics podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
My strategy would be to, as soon as the Great Web shows up, get Kraven on there.
Yeah.
Because that's +2 every turn, no matter who moves.
Brilliant. Depending on how long it's been out there, if Great Web starts out there, it's going to be tough. You may have a shot with Shang-Chi to knock him out if Great Web's out there early enough. There's like all these scenarios that's going through my head, like what it's going to do. So again, it's going to be like Asteroid M, but like until the place gets filled up, it's just going to yoink stuff over. It'll be a fun time.
And always have Vulture in there anytime there's chance to move.
Vulture. Vulture, Human Torch. Dagger's going to be good there. It's going to be fun. And there you go. There's the locations. And there is our preview for the upcoming season, Spider-Versus, which is already out. Thanks a lot for joining us. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for the next installment of Snap Material.